Hey guys, it's Austin. Today I wanted to show you all how 10 to 30 minute videos make a minimum of 1K plus sales in the DMs without having to spend all day long in Messenger or do sales calls either. This is a very leveraged strategy that I recommend you implement into your business as soon as possible. If you're an affiliate, network marketer, coach, consultant, and you're trying to get 1K plus deals closed in the DMs without having to spend all day in the DMs or get on sales calls or waste so much of your time and get trapped in this, figuratively speaking, like a four-sided box where you can't really scale up to the level you want to get to and actually enjoy the business, then you want to pay attention to this specific strategy that's helped me, my coaches, and some of my peers as well get results, and really good ones too, with doing this strategy, which I'll talk about right here. So it's one of the most effective strategies for producing a minimum of 1K days, like I was saying, on autopilot by using monetary or non-monetary results and turning those results into 10 to 30 minute video assets. So that's the strategy I'm talking about here. Ultimately allowing you to get paid from being paid in the past. At a basic level, you're allowing your results to do the selling, the pre-selling, the heavy lifting, the know, like, trust, authority factors are being built up for you while you're not having to do that individually. So let me show you what that looks like and how people have been getting results with this. So first I'm going to go over some of Ryan Jordan's results, what he's been able to accomplish with doing this method. So pretty simply, put up a Facebook post June 26th, and all he said was, here's how I closed 2K in the DMs in 24 hours by leveraging my Facebook group and a Google Doc doing all the selling for me. Hashtag info. As you can see, you got 22 hearts and likes and 63 comments. So you got a good deal of engagement on this one simple post. Probably took him like 60 seconds to make, and he got all this engagement. So let's go on. Ryan here, he was telling our coach, Jordan, about the monetary result of implementing that framework. He said, hey bro, just got another one of your ATM strategy. Brought in high ticket sale from the training I posted. They were already in my group and I had talked to them before and actually had gotten several no's on previous soft offers with the same product. So you see, using this method can be used for people that you might think are dead sales, like you can't revive them back, they're cold, maybe they said no in the past to your offers. It doesn't even matter. If you use this strategy, you can turn that around, and you can use this method right here to possibly generate 10K in sales that are just sitting in your inbox and you don't even realize it. That's the power of this. And that high ticket sale he made was a $1,500 sale. So all he did was he just made a simple Facebook post. That's it, $1,500 like that. And it was a short, casual combo, right? Of course, he didn't have to spend all day in the DMs. He didn't have to get on a sales call because he's allowing that free training to do all the pre-selling and the heavy lifting for him. You see, it's a leveraged strategy. You don't have to spend your time every day getting on sales calls and doing DMs, doing things the old way when you don't have to, when you can just use this strategy to give you more time to do the things you actually want to do. Because that's probably why you got into business in general. It wasn't just to make money, but it was to, provide, but also spend time with your family. You want to have fun doing the things you like, right? This strategy is one of many that will help you do that. And that's what it got for Ryan Jordan right there. So here's Jesse Saavedra's results. We're going to go on to another person, and let's see what they've been able to do. He said, I made a doc on how to build rapport and why most affiliates, business owners, messages go nowhere. How to change that. Who wants it? 65 comments, 29 likes, and a share. That's great engagement. And notice how he's not even talking about really a monetary result here. You might be thinking like, oh, what if I don't have any sales to back up what I'm saying, or I don't have any results in my business from my clients? to say, hey, look at what I've done, right? You can still do it with my non-monetary results. You can say, hey, for example, this is how I've been able to garner 30 or 40 warm leads in my audience in as little as 24 hours. Who wants the training? Like something like that, right? It's just off the cuff, but you can make it whatever you want to. It doesn't have to be, I just closed, $5 billion and who wants to see how I did it, right? It can be simple, and it can be as simple as this. But guess what? Here's his monetary results right here. Just from that simple post alone, boom. That's like 6,000 US dollars that he got. That's great. In 11 days, too. He then used the ATM framework to create a free training on how he generated that 6K in 11 days. So you see, like I was alluding to earlier, you use your results to make more trainings, and then you use the results you get from those trainings to make more trainings, and then it goes in a positive feedback loop, right? It just keeps going up. You're using your results to get more results, to get more results, to get more results, and it goes on and on and on. Right here, he said, and this is a while back too, it still works. He said, I made a document on the exact methods I used to make 6K in 2 weeks from one post. Who wants it? Almost the same amount of amazing engagement, 52 comments, and 19 people liked it. And after posting this, he made another 2K from this just a week later. Boom, right here. Here's the screenshot. Overall, Jesse made 8K in 21 days from leveraging the Asset Transaction Machine framework with just 2 Facebook posts. And you can do this too, by the way. It's really easy. But 8K in 21 days is pretty impressive, right? He said that he created another ATM post that landed him a $1,500 sale while watching Netflix and letting Google Doc do all the selling for him. See, when I was saying earlier, using results to get more, to get more, to get more, right? That's how you succeed in your business. That's how you scale with leverage. Now, here is what I've gotten from this strategy. We've gone over some people who have gotten some great results from it. Here's what I've done myself. So just before I closed my first $1,500 custom coaching offer inside of Facebook Messenger after 2.5 years of trial and error, and only 2 weeks of being a part of my coach's one-to-one coaching program helped me get there too. Just want to re-emphasize that 2.5 years of trial and error. Implemented this method and it worked. So I used my $1,500 sale that I made to leverage a 30-minute training video breaking down the conversation and the process I used to close the deal. I also have that training available too, by the way, if you are interested in that. But using that same ATM framework, I created a short Facebook post to generate interest for the training. Very simple. Who wants to see how I closed $1,500 in the DMs without a sales call? A whole combo breakdown with just a Google Doc. #me. And I got 63 comments, 8 likes. From this, I got 31 warm leads from this post that I could send the free training to. If you think about it, that's also 31 warm leads I can send an offer to down the line, which I did, by the way. And for yourself, if you post an ATM post just like this, very simply, once a week, and if it can generate 30 warm leads per post, that is 180 warm leads a month. And if you only convert, let's say, 5 to 10% of those 120 warm leads per month at $1,500 each, that's $9,000 to $18,000 per month, which is $108 to $206 a year, all from just leveraging this simple strategy. So why, though, does the Asset Transaction Machine framework work so well that it allows my coaches, others, and myself to close a minimum of 1K deals in the DMs? And it's because it allows us to achieve a multitude of things. So here's all of what's going on, like in the process of it seems so simple, right? But here's what's actually happening in the mind of the prospect. And also just in general, what is it actually doing and generating? So it's giving you warm leads that come to us, right, who are interested in what we do and have a problem that needs to be solved. boom, you already have like 50% of the sale closed right there, right? And this makes it so that you don't have to do cold outreach. If you don't want to, by the way, you can still. Or spend time having long, drawn out combos in Facebook Messenger just to see if they're interested in what it is you have to offer, or even if they're qualified for your offer. So it makes you be able to avoid this process that you have to use finding like a needle in the haystack to get the right client, right? Or you can just use a Facebook post simply to give your business the ability to bring in leads to you instead of you going out to search for leads. It also builds goodwill and provides actionable and easy to get value to our audience that will allow them to achieve a micro or macro result in their business. It also activates the law of reciprocity, which begins to work in our favor. If we give away amazing free trainings, members of our audience will still want to repay us by having an open and honest sales conversation, potentially hopping into one of our paid offers. This is scientifically proven. Law of reciprocity does work. You give somebody something, they feel compelled to give you something back. So if they watch some of your free trainings, some of your, free digital assets, they're going to want to repay you in some way. And like, let's say worst case scenario, like you don't, immediately get a sale from this, or the sales conversation doesn't work out for you, or maybe they're not a good fit or something. At the end of the day, they're still going to want to give you like their own form of value, right? If that's not money, maybe they can give you a free testimonial, or maybe they can just show up on your posts like consistently and engage with you constantly and give you comments and give you feedback and encouragement, right? People will want to give back in some form or another. But that is why it's key, though, to make these trainings very, very high quality and almost make it seem like that they should be paying for this information, right? Because if you can achieve that level of thinking in their head, then they are going to want to reach out to you and say, shut up, take my money, right? And that is the effect that you want to have in your business, right? So the last thing it does is it pre-sells and educates people on our offers without having us to do a lot of the explaining, selling, or heavy lifting. So you don't have to individually explain to people, hey, this is what I do, this is what I offer, this is what's incorporated into it, etc. It can be very time consuming. But if you just use your content and your trainings, your digital assets to do this for you, you avoid all that work. So here's some actionable steps for you to take so you can implement this process in your own business. One, you can select a result that you've generated in your business, monetary or non-monetary, that you want to turn into a free training asset. Then create an ATM post to generate interest before you take the time to create it. A good headline you can use is how I insert result without insert the market doesn't like to or want to do in just this amount of time. Hashtag whatever, right? That's quite literally what I did up here. It's literally the title framework that I used, right? So then you can, after that, create a comment below the ATM post to provide more context to the post and to let your audience know that you're going to be creating a free training breaking down the steps that you took to generate your results. So you're just getting a little more engagement in this way as well, and you're just giving a little more context as to exactly what it is that you're doing and what you're giving to people, right? And you can let your audience know in that first comment below your ATM post if you get a certain amount of people to comment, like hashtag me, for example, and you'll then set some time aside to create the training. This way, you're not like just making digital assets like and hoping and praying that like they pop off with your audience, because they won't always, right? So if you just ask people in your audience like, hey, would you guys want this? And if they say yeah, then you can create it, right? So you're not wasting your time. Now, once you get a certain number of people to raise their hand with interest in the comments section of your ATM post, you can now confidently create the free training, right? And you can reverse engineer what you did to create that result, whether it's non-monetary or monetary, and plan your step-by-step training from A to Z, creating any visuals and material if necessary. Like literally, you can just use Zoom or Loom or Google Doc with screenshots like this one, breaking it all down for you. Once you've finished it, and you made your post about it, you can just go back to every person who's commented and say something like, hey man, just finished free training, it's ready to go. Would now be a good time to send it over? Like very casual, right? And then they're going to say, yeah, go ahead. Then you can send them the link to your training in the DMs. Here's the thing, like let's say they don't respond immediately or within 24 hours they don't say anything. You can just send them a screenshot of the ATM post in the DMs, and then you can say, hey man, just finished the training and it's ready to be sent. Is it good for me to send the link over to it? Right. This way you're actually getting more people to watch the free training, and you're not just, losing out on potential like half people that you could earn pre-sale in your audience to get into your offers, right? Because why would you just let that go to waste, right? Follow up with them. This is the way you can follow up with people, just to ensure that you get as much out of this one post as you can. And then once they respond saying, yeah, send it over, then you can send them the link to the training and follow up with a message saying, let me know what you think about the training once you give it a watch. I might have something for you that complements it quite nicely. Is that okay? So if you send them something like this, it almost pre-sells them on a potential offer that you would send them after sending this free training, right? Because you're giving value and then you're taking what you can, what they will give back to you. Okay, that's kind of what business is all about, to be honest. But doing it this way is more leverage, right? So after 12, 24 hours, if you don't hear anything from your prospect regarding what they thought about the free training, then you can follow up with them in Messenger saying, hey, just wanted to circle back, see what you thought about the free training. What stood out to you particularly, right? And then once they reply and give you feedback on your training, you can do one of two things. You can either recommend your paid offer and ask them if they would be open to taking a look at it or having a quick conversation about it, assuming the paid offer is relevant to the free training and that the prospect found it valuable. They probably wouldn't just say, no, I'm not going to look at it, right? Or you can send them different forms of training or digital assets that you've already made. And it also builds goodwill, it builds trust, reciprocity, right? And if you send like 1 to 2, maybe even more, right? Just depends on how you feel about it. Then you can ask them, hey, would you be open to receiving information about my paid offer? And then having a sales combo about it, right? For me, I usually just send like 1 to 2 more free trainings to people just to do that pre-selling for me. And yeah, at the end of the day, you want to ensure the sale, right? You don't want to rush it. So it's better for somebody, generally speaking, to see more of your training and then you can ask for the offer than you just ask for it too early and then people maybe aren't so sure about it, right? So you just want to ensure the sale, right? Just take your time, nurture people, right? That's the power of these digital trainings. Because here's the thing too, like your competition probably not doing this, right? They're probably just spamming people in the DM saying, hey, want to buy my product? We got a great offer going on, blah, blah, blah. People are kind of fed up and tired with that, right? I'm sure you are. I've had it happen to me. Like, no one's going to buy from somebody that posts or that texts like that, right? So, using this method right here is going to be a lot better for you to stand out from the crowd, and it's going to give you a better chance of actually closing the sale by just giving more value. So once you follow this, you will start achieving a minimum of 1K days yourself. Again, it's super simple, right? I just told you everything how to do it too. So as you can see, the reason why all of us have been able to make direct offers in our DMs and successfully enroll these people into the Six-Figure Messaging Secrets program and other offers too is because of the goodwill we've built with them by providing them free training, right? That's how Jesse was able to make 6K. That's how I was able to get 31 warm leads after making my first $1,500 sale, right? And also, it's because our offer is relevant to the conversation breakdown training videos that I sent in the past. So it's like a natural, logical conclusion, right? If you send them free training that's almost like about the offer that you're going to send them, then it's like very logical next step. Oh, going to the offer. It makes the sales process that much more natural, right? And for this, right, for this process, for Six-Figure Messaging Secrets, it teaches affiliate marketers and coaches to have conversations that lead to closed deals in the DMs as soon as 7 to 14 days. So sending a free training about how to close sales in the DMs makes sense, right? And then you send them a paid offer on doing that. Now, that's the whole process, right? I know there was a good deal of information there, but hopefully you consume that pretty well. However, you might be thinking like, okay, that's cool, but you might not know some of these things, right? You might not know what to say, how to say it, when to say it in the DMs when it comes to making an offer without coming off like weird or sales or sleazy, right? You got to hate that, right? You might not know how to do that in that way. And you might not know when would be a good time to make the offer during the conversation. You get ghosted mid-conversation or right after you make an offer, don't know how to receive revive the conversation, or if you should at all in general. You don't know what to do to follow up with people who watch the free training, they haven't seen it, or if you send your offer and they don't take a look at it, what are you going to say, right? What if they tell you no? That's a big one too. Like, how are you going to overcome those objections? There's like hundreds of objections basically. And if someone tells you no, how are you going to like get over that in a natural way, right? And maybe you don't know how to put together these assets yourself. Like, you've never done this before. You don't really know what you're doing, right? To successfully pre-sell your audience on your offers and enroll them in a very specific, methodical, strategic way, right? And maybe you don't have any monetary results to leverage on your own to make it into a free training, and or even non-monetary results too. Maybe you don't have anything, right? And if you said that, yeah, you are experiencing these problems, if you're thinking to yourself like, yeah, that's probably me, then you might be in luck, because with this offer, with Six-Figure Messaging Secrets, it dives deep into solving all of those problems by showing you knowing what to say, how to say it, and when to say it in any and every type of conversation, by leveraging a proven messaging checkpoint flow that is used to guide any and every conversation you'll have in the DMs, which is how my coaches and I have been able to close a minimum of 1K deals in the DMs without spending all day doing it, right? My first sale, my first $1,500 sale, again, it took me like 2.5 years to do it. I learned how to take a dead cold prospect and turn it into a $1,500 deal from this course, right? After trying almost like everything I could, right? On top of that, you'll receive conversational frameworks, not scripts, by the way, that will allow you to ask the questions that you need so that you can get the right information to then make an offer to your prospect in a natural, ethical, and non-sleazy way that will make you enjoy the process and allow you to make a truckload of money too. Really, the key to having successful combos in the DMs is by pretending like you're getting paid to talk to your best friend who's sitting across from the table from you at a coffee shop or a bar, right? That's how sales should be, right? And we're not going to teach you like, oh, here's a script that you need to follow each and every time, right? You're going to go about it naturally. It's going to feel easy. It's going to feel like a weight's been lifting off your shoulders, right? And these conversational frameworks will help you do that for your business and in the DMs. And if you don't want to either, you don't have to do cold DMs. I mean, it's nice to know too, but that skill is taught in this as well, right? And like I said, my first sale was made by doing cold DMs. And it's good to have that skill just in case, right? By the way, who really teaches that, right? Do you know that skill? You probably don't know how to take a cold prospect into a hot buyer. A lot of people don't teach it. And so, by using these conversational frameworks, though, that are taught in this program, you can only imagine what it's going to do to the warm leads that you're speaking to and who have been consuming your content for quite some time, which they know, like, trust you, and see you as a figure of authority, right? In addition, we'll show when to transition to making your offer in the DMs at the perfect time by leveraging the Apex transition framework, right? So that you're not, lost in the sauce, basically, like when you're doing this. And what I've learned too is that it's about striking while the iron is hot. If you make an offer too early, you risk killing rapport, goodwill, know, like, and trust that you've spent time building up with your prospects. But if it's too late, the prospect won't have any need or desire or urgency to invest in your offer either. They'll almost like forget who you even are if it's too late too, right? So, and like they die off at that point, right? Which is kind of like seeing $1,000 being thrown into the fire and reduced to ashes, or like just throwing money down the toilet. Like that's almost exactly what it's like, right? But you don't have to allow that to happen in your business. You can also see how to turn your DMs from being a haunted house full of ghosts into a digital ATM that is pumping out consistent 1K days. You will get access to Ghostbusters messaging templates that you can use to not only revive dead conversations from people who ghosted you, but skyrocket your response rates by 9 cents. Again, these aren't like, frameworks that are sleazy or weird either. Like they're very natural, they're funny too. And if you're able to revive the ghosters in your audience, like think about it. How many more sales would that be for you, potentially speaking? Let's say half of the people in your audience ghost you. Let's say you just let them ghost you forever. You just lost out on a potential 50% of sales. But if you're able to revive half of those conversations, that's like 50% more sales conversations. That's a lot. That's a lot more chances to make sales, which means that you're going to make more sales probably, right? You'll also learn exactly how to put together your own free training assets from A to Z. You'll see how to put the training together step by step, the resources we use to create the free training, and how to create the free training asset posts so that you can generate 20 to 30 warm leads, raising their hands with interest in the comments section, saying stuff like, I'm in, hashtag me, give me info, etc. Right? On top of that, you'll be taught what to say when you send over your free training and how to sell your offers to your warm leads in the DMs by leveraging the in-depth messaging playbook. So you're not going to be in the dark when it comes to people giving you curveball objections or like they're going to ask you these weird questions and stuff. Like it'll all be in the messaging playbook. You're not going to be lost. You're going to be with complete clarity going forward in the DMs, right? So you are able to turn your prospects into buyers and get them into your offers when it comes to closing them in the DMs, right? And you'll know what to do. In addition, you'll learn how to turn no's into your yeses whenever you're told a no and when a curveball objection pops up, right? Nobody closes at like 100%, but who says we can't get close to that point, right? And why shouldn't you? Right, you would get a potentially lot more amount of sales from doing that. And by leveraging the six-figure closing frameworks, you'll see exactly how to overcome objections and close deals in the DMs like the Wolf of Wall Street without coming off pushy or weird like the Wolf of Wall Street, even if you're a complete newbie to sales. And what's more is that you'll get instant access to all of the asset transaction machine training resources that you can leverage to generate an influx of warm inbound leads to your inbox every single week. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't have any results to leverage myself, I don't know what to do, there are literally resources that you can use on it that are already created for you. There are already trainings created for you that you can use and give to your audience right now. So you don't have to worry about that. All of the training videos are already made and are there, and there are even more constantly being added for new customers and clients to leverage. So it's always upgrading. And you'll also get access to proven ATM post templates. So you can quickly throw up a Facebook post, not even think about it really, and let the warm leads start pouring in. That way you don't have to worry about not having enough leads, right, in your business, and you'll know how to close those leads in the DMs consistently, predictably, and reliably by leveraging the messaging checkpoint flow, conversational frameworks, and the messaging playbook all together. So that's what you're getting, all in a nutshell. If all of that sounds really good to you, and you want to start closing a minimum of 1K days in the DMs like I've been able to do, like my coach has been able to do, like my peers have been able to do, here's what you can do. If you think that the six-figure messaging secrets is potentially a good fit for you, send me a message on Facebook Messenger saying I'm in, and I'll get you enrolled. Or if you want, you can ask any questions, anything that pops up in your head, right, before hopping in. This sounds like of interest to you, though, comment, or not even hashtag, but comment I'm in, right? I've been talking about hashtags too much. Here's the other thing, though. For the first 4 people that will message me and hop into 6FMS, they'll be getting exclusive access to 30 days of one-to-one coaching with me, which includes 24/7 access to me through WhatsApp, where you will receive one-to-one support from me. You can ask me any and all questions and send me any work that you want me to review as far as content, conversations, etc. Like whatever it is you have business, right? You'll also get play-by-play messaging coaching. This is where you can send me screenshots of conversations that you're having inside of Facebook Messenger, and I'll show you what to say, how to say it, and when to say it, so you can move conversations forward, make more offers, and close more deals in the DMs, right? So you're not lost in sauce like I was for about 2.5 years, not really knowing what to do in the DMs, and I kind of had to learn through a lot of trial and error. And then finally coaching with 6FMS and with my coaches, right, who taught me to make a $1,500 sale in 2 weeks, right? So that's the level of support you'll be getting in that. And I can show you what it took for me to get that $1,500 sale for you and for your business. And also, you'll get bi-weekly 60-minute one-to-one Zoom calls. So this is where we'll hop on a one-to-one Zoom call, and you can share your screen and we can go over anything you want. And I'll even personally help you in any things affiliate marketing related. I'll even help you move those combos forward in the DMs too, right? And if you want, we can also use this time to review your content, help you write and create content that generates an influx of warm leads to your inbox, they're inbound if you want to. And we can just create an asset transaction machine training for you too. If you need help with that, I can hold your hand through that process if you want. That way, you can start creating 10 to 30-minute videos that do all the selling for you and start generating a minimum of 1K days in your DMs, just like how I showed you up above, right? And the results it's gotten for all those people. So if you want to secure one of those 4 spots for the exclusive 30 days of one-to-one coaching, upon enrolling into 6-figure messaging secrets, reply to me in the DMs saying I'm in, and I'll secure your spot before the remaining spots are secured for this exclusive offer. Okay? Hope you all enjoyed this free training on the asset transaction machine framework, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Hope you guys got a lot of value out of this. See ya.